Hello, I'm Nadia and welcome to Wondernut, the YouTube channel. I usually post travelogue videos, but today we're going to chit-chat about the 5 things you do before you travel. Yeah, because traveling's the fun part, but before that you have to plan and do all the boring stuff, kan? So I thought I'd share with you guys my to-do list before I travel. Planning the actual vacation. So this is how I do it. I break it up into 4 parts. First is getting there. So this is where you buy your flight tickets, or if you're taking a bus, get your bus tickets, or if you're planning like a road trip, drive there, whatever. This is where you plan all those stuff. And then accommodation, where you're gonna stay, your friend's place, Airbnb, hotel. So decide on that, right? And then getting around. When you're actually there at the destination, how are you gonna get from point A to point B? So maybe Google on their train system, or do they have like BTS, or is it better to Uber there, or is everything walking distance and things like that. And lastly is activities. So this is when you plan what you want to do when you're there. Do you have to like pre-book tickets? Do you have to book a tour guide and things like that? So 4 things to remember: getting there, accommodation, getting around, and activities. If you've got all these 4 covered, I think roughly your trip will be good to go. Next is planning for what you're leaving behind, because when we go traveling, of course, we are leaving home, right? And we're leaving a ton of things behind, like my cats. So this is when I have to call my dad and say, "Daddy, boleh tak tolong jaga kucing a couple of days?" And when that happens, I have to make sure that the food supplies enough, litter is enough, or like I have to check if there are any like vet appointments that are due and things like that. So same goes to, of course, all your other pets, like your iguanas and dogs and so on and so forth. And if you've got kids, of course, make sure you get that sorted out. If you've got work, like you've got a day job, 9 to 5, or you're running a cafe, for instance, so make sure when you leave, everything's still running smoothly. And this is usually where you write your out of office emails and say like, "Bye-bye, I'm going on vacation, don't be jealous," things like that lah. And if you're leaving like a husband or boyfriend behind, so make sure everything's arranged, because you want to be worry-free when you're traveling. The next thing on the list is something I always try to do, whether successfully or not is a different story lah. It is to save up for the trip. So first and foremost, determine your budget. How much is it going to cost? And then plan on how to save up for that trip. Alright? Always remember to over budget. It's better to have some extra money to spend than like tak cukup duit lah and things like that. Very sedih lah. So remember to over budget. And remember this, when you're nearing your travelling dates, reassess how much you've saved. So if you still tak cukup duit kan, it's okay to just drop some activities or maybe stay at a cheaper hotel. So have some flexibility in your budgeting and in your activities, okay? Nothing is solid. So kalau betul-betul tak sempat, macam you tak sempat nak cukup duit nak simpan duit, kalau betul-betul tak cukup duit nak kalau betul-betul tak cukup time nak simpan duit, it's okay to postpone that trip, okay? Getting yourself ready. Okay, let me explain this a bit, because when someone asks me to go over cuti, I will always be on, because I'm mentally prepared for any kind of vacation. But am I physically prepared? So I'm talking about general health, because you want to be at the peak of your health lah when you are traveling. You don't want to have the flu, or you don't want to have like an injured leg when you are on vacation, right? So remember that. And also, if you know you're going to go hike a mountain, maybe you want to practice a bit, climb a smaller bukit before you climb the big mountain. Don't know if this applies to boys, but I personally do this before I go traveling. I go to the salon, maybe get my hair trimmed, get a different hair color, or touch up the roots a bit. I want to make sure I look my best for those OOTD photos, just saying. And if I know I'm hitting the beach, I maybe want to get a beach bath, go to the gym a bit more. And also, if I know I'm going to the beach, shave my legs, wax whatever you need to wax, just get yourself prepared, physically prepared for the trip. One last thing to remember before you travel. You might say macam, "Duh Nadia, tak payah nak remind I kot benda ni." Airport transportation. Yes, for me personally kan, I always remember to arrange for transport to the airport, but I always forget to arrange for transport when I'm heading back. So like no one's picking me up at the airport. Alamak! Selalu macam itulah. So remember, arrange transportation to and from the airport. So even if it means you have to set a reminder on your boyfriend's phone so that he don't forget to pick you up when you land at the airport, do that. Okay, jangan nanti you dah dekat negara mana-mana, tak ada data ke, not roaming, and then baru nak menggelabah having to call your mom, having to call your dad to pick you up and whatnot. Nanti kena naik bus pergi KL Central, menyesal. So yes, I guess that wraps up the whole checklist of the things I do before I travel. But like I said, that's just me. Maybe you have your checklist of things you do before you go on that trip. So I want to know, share them with me, comment, okay? And if you're traveling, till the next One Day Night video, have fun and travel safe.